Hello, in this video I come up with the topic ASI, Archaeological Survey of India. This is attached to the Ministry of Culture under Government of India, headquartered at New Delhi, founded in the year 1861, and the founder of ASI is Alexander Cunningham. So he is the founder and also the first Director General of ASI. Let us see some history about ASI. It has all started with Asiatic Society. So Asiatic Society was the first body that took archaeological survey in India for knowing about the history of India. So this Asiatic Society was founded by William Jones in the year 1784 in Calcutta. Later, this Asiatic Society took to deciphering some scripts, some ancient Indian scripts like Brahmi script. So this happened in the year 1837. Thus, Indian paleography began. Indian paleography is the study of ancient texts. The deciphering of ancient texts and inscriptions is paleography. So thus, Indian paleography began with the deciphering of Brahmi script. So with this knowledge, Alexander Cunningham started studying about Buddhist monuments and inscriptions on those monuments. So then he found it that there is a huge need for archaeological survey of India in India, because India has got huge reserves of inscriptions, monuments, stupas and all such things, and there need to be a body which looks after deciphering all these things out. So Alexander Cunningham proposed a law, a statute was made, a law was made in the year 1861, which finally gave out a separate body under Lord Canning. He was the viceroy at that time, viceroy of India, in fact the first viceroy of India. Later ASI under Asiatic Society, it separated from it and became a separate department in the year 1871 under Viceroy Lord Lawrence. Later Alexander Cunningham became the Director General and ASI began its works. So this is the brief history of ASI. Let us see the functioning of ASI. Functions. ASI explores, excavates, conserves, preserves and protects the monuments and sites of India that have national and international importance. So all those sites and monuments which are very important nationally and internationally will be protected, will be first excavated and explored and conserved and preserved and protected by ASI. This is its prime task. This is done through 24 regional circles that ASI has got throughout India and 5 regional directorates for north, south, east, west and central regions. It has got directorates, 5 regional directorates. There are 2 regulating acts that govern, that lead or guide ASI. The 2 acts are Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act of 1958. This is one act. And Antiquities and Art Treasure Act of 1972. This is act number 2. So antiquity, the meaning of antiquity is anything that is ancient or old, and that is important. So ancient or old things. And Art Treasure Act of 1972. And the other thing is Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act of 1958. So these 2 governing bodies or these 2 regulating acts guide ASI in its works. We'll see some numbers now. ASI has done so far 3,650 excavations. So the numbers keep changing, but this is the number for today. And later, out of these 3,650 excavations, 38 are selected for World Heritage Sites. So there is an organization called UNESCO which lists some important sites in the country, in the world, as World Heritage Sites. So from India, it took 38 of these ASI excavations or sites into World Heritage Sites. Now we'll see a listing of these 38 sites. So 30 of these are cultural World Heritage Sites and 7 are natural heritage sites, and we have 1 under mixed group. So we'll see one by one. The World Heritage Sites are Agra Fort in Uttar Pradesh, Ajanta Caves, Maharashtra, Buddhist monuments in Sanchi, Madhya Pradesh, Champaner Pavagad Archaeological Park in Gujarat, Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus in Mumbai, Churches and Convents of Goa, Elephanta Caves and Ellora Caves, both in Maharashtra, and Fatehpur Sikri, Uttar Pradesh, Chola temples in Tamil Nadu, Hampi monuments in Karnataka, Mahabalipuram monuments in Tamil Nadu, monuments in Pattadakal in Karnataka, Humayun's tomb in Delhi, Khajuraho monuments in Madhya Pradesh, Mahabodhi in Bodh Gaya, Bihar, Mountain Railways of India, any mountain railways we have in India, Qutub Minar, Delhi, Red Fort, Delhi, Bhimbetka Rock Shelters, this is in Madhya Pradesh, Sun Temple in Konark in Orissa, Taj Mahal, Uttar Pradesh, Agra, Jantar Mantar in Jaipur, Hill Forts of Rajasthan, Rani Ki Vav, this is the Queen's Stepwell in Gujarat, Nalanda we know it is in Bihar, Le Corbusier architectural sculptures. So Le Corbusier is an architect. So these his sculptures or his works are in Chandigarh. So these also went into World Heritage Sites. Ahmedabad Historical City in Gujarat we know. The Victorian and Art Deca Ensemble of Mumbai. This is a huge structure in Mumbai. This is also under WHS. And Jaipur in Rajasthan. These are cultural World Heritage Sites of India. Now we'll see the natural World Heritage Sites of India. Kaziranga National Park in Assam, Keoladeo National Park in Rajasthan, Manas Wildlife Sanctuary in Assam, Nanda Devi and Valley of Flowers National Parks in Uttarakhand, Sundarbans in West Bengal, this is a national park in West Bengal, and Western Ghats, this is a huge stretch of mountains we know in the western part which is occupied by 4 states, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So Western Ghats and Greater Himalayan National Park, this is in Himachal Pradesh. These are the 7 natural World Heritage Sites in India. And we have one mixed World Heritage Site which is Kanchenjunga National Park. So this is in Sikkim. So these are the overall World Heritage Sites in India. We need to learn about this in a broad sense, but I have just enumerated for now. And finally, we'll see about some programs associated with ASI. ITEC program. Under ITEC program, Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program, ASI is involved globally also. So under this program, it has taken up some projects in other countries like Cambodia. So by this we know it is not confined to our country but also to the world. And Institute of Archaeology. This is set up in the year 1959 with the name School of Archaeology in Delhi. Later it turned its name into Institute of Archaeology. And we have National Mission on Monuments and Antiquities. So this National Mission on Monuments and Antiquities, it maintains a register for all monuments and all ancient things in India. So this register is also being operated or governed or seen by ASI. So these are the 3 programs which are related to ASI. So this is the broad view about ASI, broad mind map. So thank you.